Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great. And in today's video, we're going to discuss Paper 1, Unit 3. Let's start here with the first question. Paper 1 is without using a calculator. So we're going to work everything out by ourselves, no calculators. Gabriella has 3 bottles of water. Each bottle contains 500 milliliter of water. Work out the total quantity of water. Give your answer in liters. So 500 milliliters multiplied by 3 bottles equals 1,500 milliliters. But they said that they wanted the answer in liters and that they've given you the liters unit. So I'm going to do what? 1,500 milliliter. I'm going to divide it by 1,000. It's going to give you 1.5. So it is 1.5 liters exactly. Multiplying this and multiplying decimals, you ignore the decimal point first. So the first thing, ignore the decimal point. 3 times 7 is 21, carry up the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. But now I need to remember that I have a decimal point. I have 2 decimal places actually in the question. So my answer will have also 2 decimal places. 20% of 30 is equal to 40% of what? So here, in order to do this, we get 20% of 30 first. What is 20% of 30? It means here that you're going to do 0.2 multiplied by 30. Mister, ignore the decimal point as we have just said in the previous question. So 30 times 2 is 60, but I have one decimal place, so it is 6.0. So this is just 6. So as if I'm saying it to you, 6 is 40% of what? Okay, so here, what is 40% as a fraction? 40% as a fraction, as if you're saying to me, 6 equals 40 over 100, which is simplifying it, is 4 over 10. So 40 over 100, which is 4 over 10. Of. What is the meaning of of? Of, we agreed before, means times, right? So saying here of means times what? If you want to find the missing factor over here, we just send this one over there division. We send it there division. So sending this there division is going to be 6 divided by 4 over 10. Keep, change, flip. So it is 6 times 10 over 4. It is going to give you exactly 60 over 4, which is 15. So the answer here is what? 15. 40% of 15. طب let's do it, mister. How can I do this? You're going to find that 10% is 1.5. Multiplying it by 4 is going to give you exactly 6. So it is 40% of 15 is the same as 20% of 30. We did first 20% of 30. We found that it is 6. So 40% of what is 6? We sent the 4 over 10 over there, but division. Following the division rule, keep, change, flip, we found that it is 60 over 4, which is 15. 16.8 multiplied by 9 equals, I'm going to ignore the decimal point, 72. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 and 7 is 61. So here is going to be 15. So 1,512. But Mr. I have one decimal place in the question, so it is 151.2. One decimal place in the answer. Okay, let's continue. Here, division. I'm going to follow the same division, whether it is short division or long division. It doesn't actually matter. First step, put the point up. How many 6s are in 8? I got 1, which is a 6. Subtract gives you a 2. Bring down the 7. How many 6s are in 27? I got 4, which is 24. Subtract is going to give you 3. Bring down the last 6 is going to be 36. How many 6s are in 36? I got 6. So it is 1.46. The saying that 0.4 is equal to 4% definitely false. 4% is 4 out of 100, which is 0.04. 27% is the same as 7 over 20. Let's do it. 27%, we know that it's 27 out of 100. Let's simplify. Simplifying this here is going to be what? Divided by, you're going to need to divide by 3? No, we can't. By 9? No, we can't. So you're going to find that what? It is the simplest form. Mister, it is already 27 over 100. That's it. There is no simplifying for this actually. So it is 27 over 100, not 7 over 20. 10% is 1 over 10. True. However, mister, it is 10 out of 100. Yes, 10 out of 100. So I agree this is here, this one. 10 out of 100, which is equal to what? 1 over 10. Divided by 10, divided by 10. 1 over 10. So it is correct. Put one of the operations in each box. Here they want multiplication or division. Well, how can I know, mister? Do I need to calculate them? No. We know that if I'm dividing, usually, or not usually, actually, the normal case, if you're dividing, the number gets smaller. Unless you're dividing by smaller than 1, the number gets bigger. If you're multiplying, the number gets bigger. Unless you're multiplying by smaller than 1, the number gets smaller. So here, the answer got bigger. So definitely I'm multiplying by greater than 1. The answer got smaller. I'm multiplying by smaller than 1. The answer gets smaller. Here, the answer got bigger. So, mister, if I say I'm multiplying, that's going to be a mistake. Why? Because multiplying by smaller than 1, the answer is going to get smaller. But in this case, it got bigger. So I'm dividing by smaller than 1, which means the answer will get bigger. Usually in division, it gets smaller, but it got bigger. That means you're dividing by smaller than 1. Here, the answer got bigger or smaller? The answer got bigger. Okay, if you say multiplication, wrong. Why, mister? Because here this means you're multiplying by smaller than 1. No way to get bigger. Multiplying, usually, yes, it gets bigger. But if you're multiplying by smaller than 1, it gets smaller. So no way, it is not multiplication, it is division. Dividing usually, mister, makes the answer smaller. Yes, but if you're dividing by smaller than 1, the answer is going to be bigger. Rounding this number to 2 decimal places, I'm going to look for the second decimal place. Here is 1 decimal place, here is the second decimal place. Look at the digit after it, it is strong. Then it becomes a 0.04. Done. Here, I'm rounded to 2 significant figures. The first significant figure is the first non-zero figure. This is the first significant figure. Here is the second significant figure. So I'm going to round to this 8. So here, the 6 gives it the 8 1, so it is 0.039 because the 6 is strong. 2 decimal places. So I need to stop here. The 2, look at the digit after. The small emitter is weak, so it's 3.02. 2 significant figures. The first significant figure here is 3. The second significant figure, 0. Yeah, didn't you say that we start with the non-zero figure? Yes, that's for the first significant figure. But since I found here that the first significant figure is the 3, then whatever is after it is the second significant figure, and then the third significant figure, and so on, even if there are zeros, mister, even if there are zeros. This is the second significant figure here. The 0 is the second significant figure. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look at the digit after it. It is weak, so it gives it nothing. So it's 3.0. This way, I round it to two significant figures. I hear someone saying, Yani 3 a mister. No, this is not going to be just a 3. Why? Because if I put only 3, that means I rounded to one significant figure. They wanted two significant figures, then you must give two significant figures in your answer. So you must, if I write 3, it will be wrong? Yes, unfortunately. If you write only 3, it will be wrong. Complete this table by writing a possible number in the first column. What is the number that, when rounded to one significant figure, gives you 4,000? When rounded to two significant figures, it gives you also 4,000. Well, I'm going to need here what? You can say, Mr. Rounded to one significant figure, I'm going to put here 4, 0, 2, or anything that is weak. So here, if you put 4, you put 0, any number that is weak, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 is accepted. And then here, put any digit that you want. Even if it's strong, it's not going to affect anything. 8, even if I put 8, it's not going to affect anything. Let's round now to one significant figure. One significant figure is the 4. Look at the digit after it. It's weak, mister, so the 4 stays the same. So it is 4, 0, 0, 0. What about the mister two significant figures? Look at the digit after it. Second significant figure. It is weak, mister. So it is going to give it nothing. So it is 4, 0 as well. And everything after it turns into a 0. So it is 4,000. Complete the table to show equivalent numbers. The first row is completed for you. Here, 10,000 is going to be 10 to the power of 4. 10 to the power of 5, it is just, I need 5 zeros, so 100,000. Here, we agreed before that dividing by hundredth is the same as multiplying by 100, which is going to be 1, 2, 0. Here, this question is saying to you, Oliver says that the same number of students in school A and in school B said math is their favorite subject. I need to see here. Math here is 15%. So I need 15% of 200 students because it's 200 students. While here is 120. So I need to find 25% of 120. How can I find a mister 15% of 200? You can just simply do the following. 0.15, or let's just do this. You can simply say it is 15 mister multiplied by 200. And the answer divided by 100. 15 times 200 and the answer divided by 100, it's going to give me a mister exactly 30 students. 30 students. While in question B here, it says school B, 25. I need to multiply by 120, and the answer divided by 100 equals, is going to give me exactly what, mister? Is going to give you exactly, let me just calculate it, 250 is going to give you 300. It's going to be 30 students exactly. So 25% of 120 is 30 students. By the way, you can just simply do this mentally. It's the quarter of 120 dividing by 4 is going to give you 30 students. And here also 30 students. So Oliver is correct. And where is my working? You're supposed to do the working down there. Oliver is correct. You're supposed to show your working down. So I cannot copy this. I'm going to just write it very quickly down there. 15% of 200, 25 of 120. 50% of 200 we found equals 30 students. 25% of 120 is also 30 students. That's the working that you should show. I'm going to go up and erase this just to keep it in the right place. All right, so the next question. Here, the saying is there is a fact. Use this factor to work out this. Mister, if I got this one and I need to divide it by this one, the answer is definitely 47. But they changed something over here. They said it is divided by 4.7. Well, can I divide if the divisor is a decimal? No, yeah, mister, we learned that we can't. So I'm going to multiply here by 10, here by 10. Multiply both of them by 10. So the new question will be 134.42 divided by 47 equals, mister, I know that all of this divided by 47 is 286. Perfect. But I have two decimal places, so it is 2.86. Okay? 2.86. Here, what is 94 multiplied by 2.86? Well, what is 94, mister? 94 is actually double the 47. Double the 47. So what are the answers supposed to be? It is double this. Again. So if I did 286 times the 47, it is going to give me this, 13,442. But mister, if I do 286 times double the 47, which is 94, double the 47. So it's going to give me this, but double it times 2. So it is 13,442 multiplied by 2, which is going to give you exactly 26884. But there is a problem, mister. I did not multiply 286 by 94. I multiplied 2.86. Okay, not a problem at all. I have two decimal places. So two decimal places. 268.84. Again, this question, multiplying 286 by 47 is going to give you this. But I multiplied this by double the 47. So it's going to give you double this, which is this number. And I have two decimal places in the question. So it is this number, but with two decimal places. All right, in question 11 here, they are asking you to put these calculations in order of size from smallest to largest. We got here everything, as you see here in all the questions, we got 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay, but all of them are multiplied and divided by smaller than 1. And we agreed before that if you are multiplying, usually, mister, the answer gets bigger, the number gets bigger. Yes. But if you're multiplying by smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller. Okay? And here, so that's in multiplication. The smaller the number you multiply, the smaller the answer will be. But in division, if I'm dividing, usually, mister, the answer gets smaller. Yes, but if you're dividing by smaller than 1, the answer gets bigger. So definitely, mister, the division is going to be the last two, bigger. Division is bigger than a multiplication. Good? So I'm going to keep these two till the end. But what about the multiplication, mister? We agreed in multiplication. The smaller the number you multiply by, the smaller the answer will be. Okay, so here 9.9 times 0.1 is going to be smaller than 9 times 0.85. 9 times 0.85. This is smaller than that because we agreed the smaller the number you multiply by, the smaller the answer will be. But in the division, we agree the smaller the number you divide by, the bigger the answer. Yani here, which one is smaller? The 0.18 is smaller than 0.5. We go compare first. So the first digit after the point is 1. The first digit after the point is 5. Because this is as if you're saying it's 0.50, not 0. Just 5. So definitely 0.18 is smaller. So you're dividing by smaller, then definitely this is bigger. So 9 divided by 0.18 is bigger than 9 divided by 0.5. Here is a shape that has been divided into equal parts. Write down the fraction of the shape that is shaded. I've got here, I can say 1 column, 2, 3 columns. Out of how many columns? Well, there is space for the answer, right? Yes. 3 columns out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns in total. So it is 3 out of 10. If someone counts the squares, you're gonna find that, oh, Mr. I have here 12. Okay, no problem. If we say 12, you're gonna find that it's 12 over what? Oh, Mr. I have here 4, but multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 12 over, it's 4 multiplied by 10, which is 40. 12 over 40, Mr. No problem, let's simplify. Divided by 4 is going to be 3. Divided by 4 is going to be 10, which is 3 over 10, the same. So you can do it in any of the two ways. I just chose the easiest and the simpler way, which is I got here 3 columns out of 10 columns, so it's just a 3 over 10. Let's continue. Find the percentage of the shape that is unshaded. Yeah, so the shaded is 3 over 10. The unshaded is 7 over 10. Getting this as a percentage is 70%. Here is a calculation. Use this calculation to work out the following. 48 times 24. Mister, how can I find it? How can I use this fact? Am I supposed to just multiply normally? No, do not multiply normally. You just need to use the fact that is given to you. 48 times 23 is 1,104. Using this fact, 1,104, but I want one more 48. So I'm going to add to it one more 48 is going to give you exactly 1,152. 4.8 multiplied by 0.23. Well, go back to the fact. The saying to you, 48 times 23 is 1,104. So, Mr. It is 1,104, but I have 3 decimal places, so it is 1.104. Multiplying here saying 1,104 times divided by 2.3. Mister, we agreed before that we cannot divide if the divisor has a decimal. I'm going to multiply by 10, 23, multiply by 10, 11040. So, mister, I know that this 1,104 divided by 23 is 48. Yes. Okay, mister, but that's not 1,104. That's 11,040. There is one more zero. So just put the 0. It's the same. So 480. Complete the calculations. 4 times 9 is 36, but I have one decimal place. I need to find this one. Divide 2.8 by 7. It's going to give you 0.4. Because 28 divided by 7 is 4, but I have one decimal place. You have 0.4. This times this equals Mr. 11,248 from the fact. بس يا مستر عندي one decimal place. Not a problem. بحط one decimal place. 1124.8. Here, this times 76. Oh, mister, it is the same as 11,248, but I have one more 76. So I'm multiplying here, not 148 76s. No, it is 149 76s. The same, but add to it 76. So it's going to be 11,324. I hope that I got this right. Here's going to be 14, get rid of the 1. It's 5 and 7, 12. Get rid of the 1. Yes, exactly. So it is 11,324. Next, round this answer to an appropriate degree of accuracy. The saying to that even measures the diameter of a circle as 15.9 centimeters. She uses a calculator to work out the area. She says the area is this number, but they want you to round this answer to an appropriate degree of accuracy. I'm going to make it into, like, you can say 198.6 centimeters squared. This way, I rounded it to the nearest tenth. Someone else might say, Mister, I'm going to make it 199 centimeter squared. That's also correct. 7.2 divided by 3 minus 3.463. In order to do that, you need to line up the decimal points. So line up the decimal points. 7.2, 3.463 minus, I got 2 zeros in the empty places. So now we can start subtracting. The 2 becomes 1, but this becomes 9, this becomes 10. So it is it's going to be 7 here, 3 here, and the 7 is going to be 7 minus 3. No, we can't. 1 minus 4. No, we can't. So I'm going to take 1 from the 7 becomes 6. 11 minus 4 is 7. So 6 minus 3 is 3. Just to put the point down, sir, it is a little bit high. So 3.737. Let's go. Why doesn't it want to press? Yes. Here, 65 divided by 9, but they want your answer correct to 2 decimal places. I'm going to use the division, 65 divided by 9, but I have how many 9s are in 6? 0. How many 9s are in 65? You're going to find that it is 7, which is 63. Subtract 2. They want decimals, so I'm going to put here 0.0, put the point up, and bring the 0 down. How many 9s are in 20? I have 2 9s in 20. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract is going to give you 2. Then bring down. I got 20. Oh, mister, it is 7.2 and a dot notation above the 2, which means what? It is 7.222, but they want them to 2 decimal places, so it's just a 7.22 because I cannot round more than that. I cannot round up. 22, the digit that is after the second decimal place is weak, so it's 7.22. 28 times 10 is the same as 28 divided by 10th. We agreed on this before, multiplying it by 10th. If you say times 10th is the same as divided 10. If you say divided 10th is the same as times 10. Same thing here, times 10 is the same as divided 10th. So it is divided by 10th. Work this out. I'm going to do 246 times 13 is going to give you exactly here. Put a 0, 6, 4, 2, add them up, 8, 9, 11. So it is 3,000 to Mr. 198, but if you leave it this way, it's going to be wrong because I have 3 decimal places, so 3.198. Write your answer to part A correct to 2 significant figures. 2 significant figures, it means the answer to the nearest one. The first significant figure is the first non-zero figure, which is the 3. The second significant figure is here, but after it, I have a strong number, so it's going to be 3.2. Use this fact to work out these calculations. So they're telling you here 56 times 94 is this. The same thing exactly. 56 times 94. Mister is going to be 5, 2, 6, 4. Oh, but I have 3 decimal places, so 5.264. 5,264 divided by 94 by 56. Oh, mister, but here I have a decimal. We agreed I must make it a whole number. Why did you do this, mister? I multiply here by 100, multiply here by 100. This is the new question. So 5,264 divided by 56 is 94. Mister, that's 5,264 divided by 56. But if I want to divide by 5, if I want to divide 526,400 by 56 is the same exactly 94, but I have 2 zeros left. Chen has 3 pieces of metal. The masses are 6 kilograms, 3.3 kilograms, and 0.7 kilogram, 5 kilograms. Work out the total mass in kilograms. I'm going to just add the 3 of them up. 6 plus 3.3, 9.3. You can show you working. I have here decimals, so I need to line up the decimal points. Here I got 6, which is 6.0, 3.3, 0.75. I put zeros in the empty places, add them all up because they are requesting the total. Here is 5, here is 10, carry up the 1, so it becomes 7, and 3 is 10. So it is a Mr. 10.005. Corrected 2 decimal places, which is until the 6. Look at the digit after it, it is weak. It gives it nothing. So it is 31.46. Correct one significant figure. One significant figure is the 3. Look at the digit after it, it is weak. So it is 3, stays the same. Everything after it turns into a 0, but without decimal points because I'm in the whole number. So it is 30. Use this fact to work out this. Oh, mister, this is the same as that. It is exactly 350,592. But mister, I have 3 decimal places. You have 350,000, 350.592. In division, this number divided by 64 is this number, 5,478. And I don't have a decimal, mister, for divisor, for the question is ready for me. So this number divided by 64 is this. I wrote it down there. But I have 2 decimal places. I have 2 decimal places here. All right, and this question is saying to you 52% of the students in a school are girls. 50% of the girls play a musical instrument, 25% of the boys play a musical instrument. Work out the percentage of students in the whole school that play a musical instrument. Well, I don't have here the actual number of students in the school, neither boys nor girls, but I have that 52% of the students in the school are girls, which means that girls, let's assume that the school is 100 because they're telling you 52 out of 100. The girls, let's say if they are 52 out of 100, if the whole school is 100, and then the boys are going to be what? The rest of the 100 minus 52, which is 48. So this is the number of boys and the number of girls is 52, as they said, 52 out of 100. Then the boys is 48 out of 100. Good. So play instruments. I got 50% of the girls play instruments and the 25%. Sorry, I missed the question. Here we go. I got here 50% of the girls. So I'm going to change the color here to avoid confusion. 50% of the girls. Well, the girls are 52. Divided by 2 is going to give you 26. 25 of the boys. 25 of the boys is dividing by 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12. So, mister, work out the percentage of the students in the whole school percentage, then it's 12 plus 26 is 38%. Here are the costs of buying theater tickets from a booking agency. Adult ticket is $65 each, and child ticket is $45 each. Hassam buys 2 adult tickets and 2 child tickets. 2 adult tickets, it means 2 multiplied by 65. But the thing to here, the booking agency charges an extra 5% of the total cost as a booking fee. Work out how much Hassam pays altogether. Okay, no problem at all. We're gonna find the 2 adult, which means the $65 times 2. So I got 65 multiplied by 2. That's for the adult. Plus, I'm going to do these are brackets. Plus, he got how many child tickets? 2 child tickets as well. So it is 245 multiplied by 2. Good. Then equals, I got here 130 plus 90 gives us $220. 5% extra, which means what? Which means I want $220. What is the 5% of it? Which means multiplied by 5%, which means multiplied by 5. Well, 5%. You can say, what is 10% of this? Yeah, Master, I know that the 10% is 22, dividing by 10. So the half of the 22 is 11. Okay, or you can multiply by 5 and then you divide by 100 as we usually do. It's going to give you also 11. Good. That's the extra. So the total is he pays $220 plus the 5% that is extra is $11. So the total is 231. 231. Here in this question, the saying to you, work out this. 4.2 multiplied by 3.6 plus 4.2 multiplied by 6.4. Mister, I got 3.6 and 6.4. Both of them are multiplied by 4.2. So it is 3.6 plus 6.4. Both of them are multiplied by 4.2. 3.6 plus 6.4, you're going to find that it is exactly 10. Multiplied by 4.2 is going to give you 42. 3 times 10 to the power of 3 is going to give you what? It's 3 times 1,000, which is 3,000. While this, as if you're multiplying by 10 to the power of 2, which is multiplying by 100, is going to give you 300. This dividing by 100 is 0.03. And this, as if you're dividing by 1,000, is going to be 0.003. A box of grapes costs $1.60. Work out the cost of 30 boxes of grapes. So I get 30 multiplied by 1.60. How can I do this, semester? Ignore the decimal points. I got 160 multiplied by 30. Then I put the decimal point at the end. How can we do this? Just, mister, the zeros, you can put them at the very end or you can multiply them. Some of you prefer to multiply the zero to avoid confusion. It looks weird, but fine, no problem at all. You can say here 3 zeros and then you put a 0 here. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry up the 1. 3 times 1 is 3 and 1 is going to be 4. So I must add them up. It's going to give you 4,800 exactly. $4,800. Oh, Mr. I finished? No, you didn't finish because I have 2 decimal places in the question. So it is $48.00, which is just $48. Okay. Let me also erase this. So 30 multiplied by 160 is 4,800, but I got 2 decimal places. So it is 48.00, which is just 48. Draw a ring around the two calculations that have an answer smaller than 73. Smaller? Okay, mister, I got here multiplication and multiplication. If you multiply by anything that is smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller. We agreed on this many times. Multiplication, mister, the answer always gets bigger. Yes, I agree with you. Unless you're multiplying by smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller. So this and this, the answer will definitely be smaller than 73. While if you're dividing by smaller than 1, this is a proper fraction, which is smaller than 1, and this is also smaller than 1. Yeah, Mr. Division here is the one that gives us smaller than the answer. The answer gets smaller. Yes, unless you are dividing by smaller than 1, the answer will be bigger. So division here will give you bigger than 73. Division here will give you bigger than 73. 5 times 10 to the power of negative 1, as if you're dividing by 10 to the power of 1, which is 0.5. Dividing by 10 to the power of 1 is 0.5. Multiplying by 10 to the power of 4 is going to give you 50, no, 500. 1, 2, I need 2 more zeros, so it is 500. Here, 5 divided by 10 to the power of negative 3, as if you're multiplying by 10 to the power of 3, which is 5,000. Here, as if you're multiplying by 10 to the power, sorry, it's just a positive power, so I'm going to move the decimal point 2 digits to the left normally, so 0.005. Oh, it's already done for us. Sorry, started to get tired. Jamila works out an estimate of this. Her estimate is 100 multiplied by 1 equals 100. Complete the statement to show how to work out a better estimate of this calculation. Is her estimate wrong? No, she just she rounded to the nearest what? She rounded to the nearest hundreds here, and she rounded to the nearest whole number here. Can I do something that is better than that? Yes, I can. Rounding this to the nearest hundred would be okay, no problem. I'm going to write here 100 as she wrote, multiplied by, but I'm going to write the same thing exactly with the other. I don't need to round it. That's going to give me a better estimation. I kept the 0.615 the same. So now I can multiply easily by moving the decimal point twice to the right. So 61.5 is the answer. Multiplying 6 by negative 1.8. 6 times 1.8, I need to do it. Mister, the sign is definitely negative. That up, and I have negative 0.2 down. Well, 6 times 18 is going to give you what? And then you put one decimal place in the answer. So it's going to give you exactly 108. Okay, you can do the multiplication. 18 times 6. 48, 6 times 1 is 6, and 4 is 10. 108. But it's negative, over 0, negative 0.2. Oh, can I divide this way? No, I can't, Mr. Divide this way. I have to make the denominator a whole number. So the answer becomes what? Negative 1080 over negative 2. Negative divided by negative is positive, Mr. Get rid of the sign. Bye-bye. 1080 divided by 2 is 514. It is the half of 1080. Here, they're saying to you, find this, giving you this calculation and giving you this calculation. All right? But they're telling you, find the value of this divided by 10 to the power of p plus 2q. All right, well, what is the value of q here? And what is the value of p? 0.45 multiplied by 10 to the power of what is going to give you 4,500? Exactly. I moved here to this point. How many digits? 1, 2, no, I missed it. 3, 4. يبقى P is 4. So it is 10 to the power 4. And here I moved to the point to the left. Okay, 1 second, mister. It is multiplication. And moved the decimal point to the left? Yes. So definitely it is to the power of negative. Type, good. That's the first thing. Negative what? I moved it 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits. For it to become here, no, I missed it. It's not 4 digits because I don't have 0.5. It's 0.05. So I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So it is -5. This way, I moved it 5 digits to the left. Someone might say to me, Mr., if you multiply by 10 to the power of -5, Mr., the answer is going to be 0.0507, Mr. They didn't write the zero at the end. Yes, it means nothing at the zero at the end. This means nothing. So it's just the same as 0.0507. The same. So here, I found the P and I found the Q. Can we find the answer to this? Yes. This means 0.038 divided by 10 to the power of P is 4 plus 2Q means 2 times -5, which means -10. So it is 0.038 divided by 10 to the power of 4 minus 10, which is -6. Mister, this means exactly as if you're saying to me 0.038 times 10 to the power of 6, which is move the decimal point to 6 digits to the right. It is 38, and I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. In this question here, they're saying tick to show if each of the calculations is equivalent to 37 times 10 to the power of -3. 1 second, let me just do something quick here. All right, so the first one here means what? Mister, or this means 37 exactly multiplied by 1, which is 37, but I have 3 decimal places, so I need 3 decimal places. So 0.037. Well, is it the same as this? Yes, it must be, because equivalent to 37 times 10 to the power of -3 is actually 0.037 as well. So it is equivalent. But multiplying it by 10 to the power of -2, is it going to be the same? Let's do it. I'm going to move the decimal point twice to the left. So it's 0.037. It is also equivalent. Here, I'm going to move it 4 times to the left, Mister. Obviously, no way it is not going to be equivalent to 4 digits to the left. That is not going to be 0.037. All right, here, this one, dividing by 10 to the power of 3, I'm going to move the decimal point to 3 digits to the left. So it's going to be exactly 0.037. It is equivalent, Mister. Moving the point to 3 digits to the left is 0.037. The time Pierre takes to solve a puzzle is 12.7 seconds, corrected to 3 significant figures. That's it. Write down the lower limit. Okay, Mister, this is rounded to the nearest tenth, right? Yes. So I add or subtract 0.05. Here they want the lower bound, the lower limit, so minus 0.05, which is going to give you exactly 12.65. If you don't know how to do this mentally, just line up the decimal points, do the subtraction. It's going to give you exactly 12.65. Question 37. 0.71 multiplied by 10 to the power of n equals 71. And the 2.3 multiplied by 10 to the power of p equals this. Oh, what is the n? N, yeah, Mister, I moved the decimal point to 2 digits to the right to become 71. So n is what? Is 2. And here, what is the p? P, Mister, I moved the decimal point 1 digit to the left. No, I moved it 4 digits to the left, Mister. 4 digits to the left, it is -4 in the multiplication. Moving it to the left, it means that the power is negative. I moved it 4 digits to the left, so it is -4. Let's find the value of this. 0.067 divided by 10 to the power of What is n plus p? 2 plus -4 is -2. 2 plus -4 is -2. So moving it to the right, and this is the same as 0.067 times 10 to the power of 2, which is what? Which is 1. 2 is equal to 6.7. Let's continue. Write one of the signs to complete each statement. Here, 0.3 multiplied by 10 to the power of 2. What is it going to be? Multiplying by 10 to the power of 2 means multiplying by 100, which is 30. Is it less than or greater than or equal to 9? Definitely, Mr. Greater than. But multiplying by 10 to the power of -1 as if you're dividing by 10 to the power of -1, which is what? Dividing by 10 to the power of 1, which is what? Which is going to be 2. It is definitely less. Oh, they are equal. Here I got a 2, so they are equal. It is not a 9 anymore. Here, I just divided by 10 to the power of 1, which is just 2. They are equal. They're telling you here that this is an integer and this is a decimal smaller than 1. So what is it going to be? 60. An integer. So, Mr. Can I say it is, for example, 600 divided by a decimal is smaller than 1. So can I say it is 6 divided by 0.1? Oh, yes, because we learned that this means this is exactly the same as what? 6 times 10. 6 divided by 10th is the same as 6 times 10, which is 60. So this diamond over here is 6, and this triangle over here is 0.1. So 6 divided by 0.1 is the same as 6 times 10, which is here at 6, and here is 0.1. Mike runs a 4.5 laps of a field. He runs a total distance of this. Find the distance of each lap, one lap. So the total is 3.78 ms divided by 4.5. I'm going to do the total distance, 3.78. But 4.5 laps, I want to find the answer of one lap. So 3.78 divided by 4.5. Can I do it this way, Mr.? We agreed no. We have to multiply by 10 here because the divisor must be a whole number. So I'm going to multiply by 10 and rewrite the question. Here is 45. Here is 37.8. Now I made the divisor a whole number. Let's divide together. Here, put the decimal point up. How many 45s are in 3? 0. In 37, 0. But in 378, you're going to find that it is exactly, let's say, it is going to be 8 approximately. Let's try. If I do 8 times 45, what is it going to be exactly? It is going to be 8 times 40 is 320. 320 and 40 is 360 exactly. 360. That's 8 times 45. Minus gives you here 18. Bring down a 0. 180. So how many 45s are in 180? You're going to find that I have 4 45s because 4 times 45 is going to give you exactly 180. How do I do the semester? Trial and error. I could notice this fast. If you can't, then try 7 times 45. Oh, it's still far. Try 8. Oh, I got 360. More than 8 is going to be too much, and so on. It's trial and error. Good. Then this is 0, 0, 0. I finished. It's 0.84 kilometers. Here are two inequality symbols. Write the correct inequality. Multiplying by smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller than it gets smaller than 12.62. Dividing by smaller, it gets bigger. Here, 0.91 if I want to divide it by 12.62, what is it going to be? Well, I'm dividing by bigger than 1. Yeah, Mister, that definitely is going to be smaller than 0.91. I'm dividing by a number bigger than 1. Definitely, Mister, the answer is what? Smaller than 0.91 itself. Definitely, this is way bigger. This is smaller than 0.91, so this is definitely bigger. Given that this is equal to 50.299, complete the calculation. 895 multiplied by this, what is it going to be? Okay, Mister, I know that 895 multiplied by 562 without decimal points, I have here 4 decimal places. صح? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, must have by somewhere they put 3 decimal places only, which means what? Which means that there is actually a 4th decimal place, but they removed it because it means nothing. So 8.95 times 5.62 is equal to 50.2990. I have 4 decimal places in the question, 4 decimal places in the answer. How is this going to help us, semester? Okay, yeah. What I know is that 895 multiplied by 0.562 is 502,990. Definitely. Without the decimal. طب يعني مثلا I have 3 decimal places يبقى I need 3 decimal places here. So 502.990. Now 502.99 divided by 56.2. If you noticed from the question here, I know for sure, Mister, that 50.299 over 5.62, which this divided by this, will give me 8.95. Okay, but Mister, the numbers are different. Well, if you noticed, you're not gonna find that they are different at all. How, yeah, Mister? This is 2.99, and here the point is before the 2. Here the point is after the 6. Here the point is before the 6. Yes, exactly. You know what they did? They just multiplied up and down by 10. Oh, that's going to give us what? An equivalent fraction. This is going to give you 502.99 divided by 56.2. Mister, they are equivalent. They are equivalent fractions. So this is equal to this. Exactly. They are the same. Okay, so the answer is just the same, 8.95. These are equivalent fractions, but they wrote it in using the division sign. Next question. Find the value. 10 cubed times 29 times 10 to the power of negative 3. Mister, this cancels this. So it is just 29. The answer is just 29. طب someone wanted to work it out harder. Somebody wanted to just to do it the hard way. I'm gonna multiply this by 1,000. Okay, so 29,000 times 10 to the power of negative 3, which means what? I'm gonna divide by 1,000, so divide by 10 to the power of 3, yani by 29. From the beginning, I know that 10 to the power of 3 cancels 10 to the power of negative 3, so I got 29 only left. Here, 0.8 squared minus 0.8 times 0.8, which is 0.64 minus 0.01 over negative 0.09. Subtraction. Here is going to be 0.63 over negative 0.09. Okay, Mr. Bas, you told us that we cannot divide if the denominator have a decimal. Yes, you're right. So let's multiply by, to make the denominator a whole number, by 100 up, down, by 100 up, which means 63 over 9. What is 63 divided by 9? It is going to give you, oh, sorry, it is negative 9. 63 divided by negative 9 is going to give you negative 7. Work out this. 72 multiplied by 10 to the power of 5 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 6. Mister, can I finish these two together first? Yes, definitely. That would be the smart way to handle it. So it is 72 times what? We add the powers. 5 plus negative 6 means 5 minus 6, which is 10 to the power of negative 1. Now it's as if I'm dividing it by 10 to the power of 1. It is 7.2. So I finished first the 10 to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of negative 6. It gave me 10 to the power of negative 1. Here, choose either multiplication or division. We agreed if I'm dividing by smaller than 1, the answer gets bigger. Multiplying by smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller. It answer, Mr. got bigger, then definitely I'm dividing by smaller than 1. Here, multiplying a mister because it got bigger. Yes. Why? You multiplying by bigger than 1, answer gets bigger. Here, mister got smaller. Why? Because I multiplied by smaller than 1, the answer gets smaller. Here, Mr. Can I say I multiplied smaller than 1 gets bigger? No, multiplied smaller than 1, answer gets smaller. But divided smaller than 1, answer gets bigger. That's it. Thank you so much and see you in another video.